Hey guys, Ryan Dement. I hope you guys are having a great day. Yesterday, the producer price index came out, and it's the underlying trend that will tell us if inflation's going to stick or not. And yesterday, it came out hot. But first, let me tell you what it is and what you have to deal with, type of a thing. And I say that type of thing because it really affects the people that are buying the products and the services first, and then they're passing those along to us. So for example, cotton in the shirt I'm wearing, gasoline, we put it in our cars, steel, it builds a lot of things. There's timber in there. There's all types of things that go into it. So yesterday when it came out hot at zero point 0.8, and that's a year over year reading. The challenge is it's up almost 10% from December of last year. And so that's telling me that we're going to have some hotter months coming forward when it comes to the goods that we're looking for. But here's the other thing is they call it a final demand. So it basically is the end result. And the end result is us buying it. Well, if we're buying it, they're saying the overall demand, I'm reading this right from them, in February, the advance in the index for final demand can be attributed to prices for final demand goods, which rose 2.4%. That index for the final demand services was unchanged. So we've had two consecutive months where demand is high and also the producer price index rose. So when you look at all these things, I'll put the link in the notes, but you can look at the different products. And I say products, it's very loose. Categories are foods, energy, and then they have a category less foods and energy because, of course, they strip that out, and then they have a total. So if you look at the final demand for February, it came in at zero point 0.8, but they're saying the total is 2.4. So when you look at that, foods were up 1.9%, energy was 8.2%, and then you have an other category that was negative 0.4, and then transportation and warehousing, we all know we have problems there, was up 1.9. So with the additional underlying trends telling us that inflation is around for a while, it's not transitory. Again, Washington wants to spin their story because we're in that cycle for an election. Whether you're left or right, you have to know your numbers. And if you don't know your numbers, how do you know it's going to affect you going forward? So with this being said, inflation is running hot. It's going to continue to run hot until we get these prices down. Whether we start producing our own oil or you get it from other places, it's going to run hot. So what can you do? You got to start hedging. Unfortunately, you got to still buy gas, but can you do things to offset that? Right now, the truck market is gone soft, and it's been going soft for probably about a year now, even though most people are not talking about it, but it has been. And a lot of people are dumping their trucks. If you go on to OfferUp and other different websites where you can sell cars, you can see there's a huge influx of trucks, and they're all at top dollars. Excuse me, top dollar. And they're sitting there. And then when you go look at the dealerships that are selling used cars, majority of them are trucks. And most dealers want to turn their inventory within 30 to 60 days because they too have to pay payments on their inventory. It's overhead, it's cost. So if they can't move that inventory, what do? There's two options. Continue to reduce the price to see if someone will buy it, or the second is send it to auction and try to get it sold that way. Well, the auctions are backed up. If you go to like Copart.com, I mean, you should see how many cars they have. Here in Phoenix alone, they've got over 3,000 units, and I'm not just talking about cars. Of course, it's a hodgepodge. You've got cars that have salvage titles. You have cars that are in good shape. You have cars that have been in accidents but no salvage title, and then you have cars that are just flat out crappy that need to be sold. So there's just an influx of cars there. So what can you do? Make this short and sweet. You've got to find a way to hedge your costs, and you start by budgeting. Then you make sure that you're living two notches below your means. And the third thing, don't try to keep up with the Joneses because they're broke. And those three ways can help you hedge against inflation. I'm not saying you can beat it because prices continue to go up. We can't beat it, but at least we can hedge and put money in our bank accounts. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you on the other side. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you guys later.